Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we have another episode of me reacting to some of your Call of Duty Zombies opinions. So again, we have another 5 polls that we're going to be basically going through and just having a look at the kind of votes, the percentages, and obviously any comments that have been left with them. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first question was, what's better, Origin staffs or the Eisendrache bows? Now, they're all quite similar. Obviously, they don't have all the same kind of elementals with them, or elements even. I wanted to kind of just know people's opinions on whether they prefer the actual staffs or the bows. So, as you can see here, we had 74 votes on this poll, with 68% of people saying that they prefer the Origin staffs over the bows, which actually kind of surprises me, to be 100% honest. I thought, honestly, it would have been closer to 50-50, but it seems the Origin staffs is taking a lead, so that's kind of interesting. We're going to take a look at some of the comments. First off, this beautiful comment right here. Springfield is the best wonder weapon, 100%. Springfield is top notch. The Big Daddy Fish, objectively speaking, the bows are better weapons for high rounding. The only staff that can compete with the bows in this sense is the ice staff. That said, the staffs are more iconic, so I can see why they're winning the poll. I have to agree. Yeah, I think the main reason why the staffs are winning is simply because, yeah, they're more iconic, the more kind of OG, you could say. And then the one and only Dares coming in with Rave crossbows. I'm assuming that's to do with Infinite Warfare. I wouldn't know, mainly because I haven't played much Infinite Warfare. But nonetheless, we are going to go on to the next poll, which I wanted to know what people's favorite Black Ops 1 wonder weapon was, which, as you can see in this poll, 111 votes, 111. Thundergun is absolutely smashing it with 68%, the ray gun 6%, Wonderwolf 11%, Scavenger 7%, and other 7%. Again, let's take a look at some of the comments. Bloodless VR, Thundergun is only Thundergun is my favorite only because it was the absolute first wonder weapon you experienced in Black Ops 1. That's fair enough, I can understand that. But not only that, just the Thundergun, in my opinion, is just so iconic. Even though it has a few issues, specifically in Black Ops 1 Kino, where sometimes you might shoot it and it will do nothing to the zombies. The kind of ammo will just be unusable at times, which this very rarely happens. Doesn't happen all the time, but when it does happen, it's very irritating. We had Strike saying the wave gun, which I've not used the wave gun all that much, mainly because I've not played, much Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 3 Moon, so I don't really know whether the wave gun is any good or what. So wave gun, that's what Strike says. Fair enough. We had Abraham Lincoln coming back once again. VR11, the VR11. Interesting. I don't like the VR11. To be 100% honest. Danger said Sliquify. Obviously, Mr. Nocturnal said that it says Black Ops 1 wonder weapon. Yeah, Sliquify is from Black Ops 2. And then Super Clutch coming in with the 31-79G, sorry, JGB215, which, if I'm correct, I think that's the baby maker gun. I think that's what people call it. Yeah, what was that gun from? I think it was Shangri-La, wasn't it? I don't really play much Shangri-La, so that's why. First off, that's why it's not even on here, because I didn't really play Shangri-La all that much, but I just didn't really like the wonder weapon. Anyway, now we're gonna head on to some Black Ops 2 polls, which we have favorite Black Ops 2 wonder weapon, and as you can clearly see here, the Blundergat Vitrolic Withering Sweeper is winning by a third. This poll has 88 votes. So let's go into kind of descending order. So 33% was the kind of top vote or top answer, which I can understand. The Ice, Fire, Wind, Lightning Staff. I wanted to try and fit all the kind of wonder weapons from Black Ops 2. I don't know if I got every single one. I might have, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, Raygun, yes, so Plundergat, Vitrolic Withering, Sweeper 33%, the Staffs 25%, the Raygun slash Mark II 20%, Slickify was 18%, and Paralyzer 13%. Let's have a look at some of the comments as well. Oscar saying Slickify just because it's on the best map. Strike saying that Blondegat with Speaker and Electric Cherry is very strong. Very nice. And then Sugma saying that Die Rises Bay, so I'm guessing he very much likes the Sliquifier. Very good. Okay, so I thought this was the kind of more interesting kind of question that I wanted to ask. Which map is the most overrated and why? 84 votes, and it seems that Kino the Totem, with over a third of answers or votes, even 39%, Kino the Totem 39%, Origins 23%, Mob the Dead 21%, Shadows of Evil 14%, and other 2%. Again, let's take a look at some of these comments as well. We got a few here. So Danger saying, for me, it's Kino the Totem. The only thing they improved from the Reese was adding the Thunder Gun. It's popular because it's the most played map of all time, but to me, it's not even the top 5 map on Black Ops 1. Okay, that is a hot take. Wow, holy shit. Okay, now I'm gonna be 100% honest. Kino the Totem is my favorite Black Ops 1 map. And for Danger, it's not even top 5. You know what? It's his opinion. It's his opinion. I'm not going to knock him for it. That's a hot take. Fair enough. Oscar, Buried. You find it gets a bit boring for high round strategies. I agree. But as much as I agree, I don't think that means it's kind of overrated, because I don't think many people even rate it that much anyway. Maybe that's just me, because I've never said that I love Buried. I've said I've liked it, but Buried is one of those maps where, yeah, what Oscar said, it gets boring. It gets boring so quickly. If you're doing solo high round, even the round 50 to me is just boring, because you're sitting in one spot just using the paralyzer, and that is it. And it's so boring. I can't stand it. Evan coming in saying that Kino is overrated because basically everyone in 2010 played the map, and everyone knows about it because COD Black Ops sold millions of copies. That's fair, and I mean, yes, I just wouldn't use that in an argument though. Just because everyone bought the game doesn't mean it's overrated. I still think Kino the Totem's a good map, but I can agree that it is overrated. It doesn't deserve loads of love, because when you kind of delve into the map, there's not really much to it. I think why it's so highly rated is because it's kind of old school OG, the kind of nostalgia kind of kicks in. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Johnny Jr. saying that literally everything about Mob of the Dead is overrated. The community are loving this map so much. It's why I kind of don't like it, sadly. Really? I'm actually a bit shocked at that, to be 100% honest. Mob of the Dead is, I don't know, to me, it's slightly overrated, but it's not way overrated in my opinion. Definitely not. I think it's still a good map because it has a lot of unique features, such as the plane, wonder weapon, traps, some guns as well. I don't think it's overrated by that much. It is overrated, but just not to the extent that Mr. Johnny Jr. is saying it is. Okay, last poll to be in this video. What's the worst Treyarch Zombies map to exist, and why? It's going to be in the video. So, Transit's clearly winning this with 51%. Over half, so probably, what, about 35 people saying that it's the worst Treyarch Zombies map. That's fair enough. Voyage of Despair, 22%. I agree. Fair enough, like 22%, yeah. Alpha Omega, 15%. Blood of the Dead, 6%. And the same goes for the other, which is 6%. Quite a big comment from that Big Daddy Fish once again. I understand everyone's disdain for Transit, but I think it's key to recognize that the map was severely limited due to the technology at the time. The lack of consistent wonder weapon and the general fetch quest feel of the map didn't help matters either. But Alpha, Omega, and Tech the Totem were practically devoid of any actual attention, minus the narrative, which I thought was well done. Gameplay wise, feel like Alpha Omega is easily one of the worst maps to date. I agree. honestly, Alpha Omega is nowhere near as good as the original Nuketown that came in Black Ops 2. I'm gonna leave it at that. The Big Daddy Fish really smashes it with that, and I'm even gonna pin it because I want everyone to see that comment. I'm going to assume that Mr. Johnny Jr. was meant to put another word here, so I'm just going to assume it means he wants to say play. We all want to play Vanguard Zombies, but we all also want to believe that it doesn't exist at all, so it makes sense why it ain't on the list. Yeah, I didn't even put it on the list. Yeah, exactly. Duran Fong is not an option. Frankly, should be. Yeah, no, I agree. I laughed at that because I thought it was funny. But honestly, Don Fong, yeah, is terrible. Don't know why I didn't put it on there. I should have. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and put the post notifications on. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel and stay active on the Kenner community page, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of polls like this, and if you want to interact, get your comments on there and stuff like that, be featured in the videos, then make sure to obviously vote on these polls, but also just leave a comment in the comment section of these polls as well. Anyway, thank you all. Take it easy. Have a great day. Peace. Bye bye.